Hi friends! I am Miss Heather. I am your youth program coordinator here at the Salina Public Library, and you are watching Virtual Storytime. Normally we have Storytime in person, but since we can't meet right now, we still want to have fun and read stories to you. So we're going to do that by Virtual Storytime. All right, well, I like to start all my story times with a hello song. If you have watched Storytime in the past, you will be familiar with this song. If this is your first time catching Virtual Storytime, do not worry. This is a very easy song, and I promise you will catch on very quickly. So the song we're going to sing is called Hello Friends, and it is a fun song that we get to learn a couple of words in sign language. So the first word that I'm going to teach you is hello. And to do that, you're just going to take your hand and you're going to say hello, like this. Perfect. And then the next word is friends. And to do that sign, you're going to make a friend here with your pointer finger and make another friend here with your pointer finger and then have them hug. So we'll have them hug here, and that is friends. Now your next sign is time. So you will point to your wrist like you're pointing to a watch to say time. And then say, you'll just take your fingers here on your chin and like the words are coming out. Say, and then lastly, we'll say hello again. All right, are you ready? I think you are. All right, here we go. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Yay, good job. All right. Well, how about we talk about our letter of the day? So every story time, I like to introduce a letter. We talk about how to write that letter and some words that start with that letter and what the sound of that one is. Here is our letter for today. A letter, who knows? Good job, that's right, it is a letter E. So here we have our uppercase or our capital E, and here is our lowercase e. Now to write our E's, you can do this by tracing on the floor, or you can trace in the air. And then when you hop off story time, if you want to practice writing your E's on some paper, that would be awesome. All right, so we are going to do our E's, and to make a capital E, you're going to take and make just a line here. And then we have a line across the top, a smaller line across the middle, and another line across the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. And now our lowercase e is a little bit tricky, but I found a really good way that I taught my little lady, my little 5-year-old, to write her E's when she was learning. And so we are going to pretend like we are playing baseball. And to do that, we're going to start here like we are the batter, and we are going to hit the ball and run the bases. So you're going to start here like you're a batter, and you're going to hit the ball and then curve around to run the bases. Hit the ball, run the bases. And that is how you make a small E. All right, well, and who can think, if you are watching with your big, why don't you look at your big? You can pause the video or you can just talk amongst yourselves. But what are some words that you can think of that start with the letter E? All right, well, Mrs. Heather brought something that I thought of that started with the letter E, and it is one of our very favorite little friends that we bring out sometimes. What is this? That's right, it is an elephant. An elephant starts with E. So what are some words that you guys thought of? Those are great words. That's right, ear starts with an E, ear. Egg starts with an E. There's all kinds of words that start with E. So yeah, that is some words that start with E. So when you get off of this story time, if you want to, either you can share in the comments on this Facebook post some of the words that you thought, or share a picture of you practicing how you write your E's. I would love to interact with you and see what you guys think of story time. All right, well, I'm going to talk to your bigs for just a minute, and I'm going to share with you guys what our literacy tip of the day is. All right, so today's literacy tip: when we help kids express how they are feeling, it helps them manage their emotions instead of acting out. People of all ages need to know how to manage their emotions. So you can just do that by simply, giving their feelings a name. So when kiddos are little, if they, let's say they get mad about something, they don't know to tell you that they're mad. So, one of the ways you can do that is when, let's say they start stomping their feet, you can say, "Oh, you look really mad." Or if they're, crying and they're upset, you can say, "You seem sad." If they're laughing, "You're happy, you're so happy." And just give those emotions names so that they can better express to you how they're feeling. All right, well, on that topic, I'm going to read a book to you guys today called I Feel Teal. So here we see the title of the book, I Feel Teal. It was written by Lauren Riley, and the pictures were drawn by Amy Sakuro. And that means that Lauren wrote the words, she's the author, and Amy drew the pictures. She is the illustrator. And I got permission to read this book from you guys, to you guys today from Simon & Schuster. All right. I feel teal. You're pink. Goodness, look at all of that pink. A pink pig, a pink sun. You're teal. She looks like she's just really calm, right? You're gray. I don't know, she doesn't look very happy in this picture, so maybe you're gray, maybe that means she's sad. Gray would be a good color to describe that feeling. You're jade. So jade, that might be a new word for you. So jade is a color, and it is kind of a greenish color. You're every golden warmy shade. What color is this? That's right, yellow. You're scarlet. That might be a new word as well, scarlet. Scarlet would be like a red color. And what emotion would red be? So I would think maybe her cheeks look kind of rosy and scarlet colored, so maybe embarrassed is how she's feeling, or nervous. Mauve and purpley too. So mauve, that's a purpley color. They look like they're having fun, don't they? Having a tea party, it looks like, and maybe playing some dress up. Lilac. So that's a softer color. Maybe, and it looks like a quiet color. They're taking a nap. And lilac is another word for purple. Magenta. What color does magenta look like? A pinkish, yeah, dark pink. A quiet ecru. So that's probably a new word for you as well, and that would be like a white or an ivory or a tan. You're red and orange. Oh my goodness, so red, that maybe looks like mad. It looks like maybe they're having trouble sharing, so they might feel a little mad. You're green. So green, let's see if we can try to figure out how she's feeling. So here's her two friends, and it looks like they're building something and playing. And then she's over there, but she doesn't look really happy. So maybe jealous because she doesn't get to play with her friends, or upset, sad, and blue. So she looks really sad, doesn't she? And it looks like on here there's pictures of her mom, or of moms and dads, and maybe some grandmas and grandpas. So maybe sad. You're all the colors from hue to hue. So when you feel them, let them through. They're the palette that makes you you. So the end. Look at all those beautiful colors. All right, so all of those colors make you you. So always feel your feelings, and it is okay to feel your feelings. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be mad sometimes. We're human, so everybody has those emotions. So it's just a good idea to know what those emotions are so that you can tell your grown-ups that that's how you're feeling, and they can hopefully help you. All right, well, I thought we could sing one of our very favorite songs that we sing, Happy, If You're Happy and You Know It. And we'll do that with just some different emotions to just continue naming those emotions and things that we might do. All right, so let's sing If You're Happy and You Know It. Are you ready? All right, here we go. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. All right, well, how about we do if you're sad? Do you know, what would we do if we were sad? We might cry. So how about we say, if you're sad and you know it, say boo-hoo, and we can pretend like we're crying. All right, here we go. If you're sad and you know it, say boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're sad and you know it, say boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're sad and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're sad and you know it, say boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Good job. All right, let's see. How about angry? How would you show me that you're angry? You might stomp your foot. All right, so let's do if you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. And you can stomp your feet. All right, here we go. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're angry and you know, stomp your feet. Yay, good job. Parents at home, you guys can continue this. You can just name some different emotions and think of some actions that might go along with that. You could do scared and like hide away, or shy and cover your face, things like that. But that's a really great way for kiddos to learn what their emotions are called and how to use their words when they need to tell you how they're feeling. All right, well, we have reached the end of story time, but before we go, we cannot leave without singing our favorite goodbye song, Sticky Sticky Bubblegum. So why don't we sing that now? If you are new to Storytime, it's very, very easy. I promise you will catch up and be able to sing it with us. So to start out, we're going to tap on our legs like this, and the song goes like this. Sticky, sticky, sticky bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum. Sticky, sticky, sticky bubble gum. Sticking my hands to my knees. Can you stick to your knees? Good job. 1, 2, 3, and stick. Good job. All right, now let's do it again. Sticky, sticky, sticky bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum. Sticky, sticky, sticky bubble gum. Sticking my hands to my nose. Can you stick to your nose? Find your nose. Good job. 1, 2, 3, and stick. All right, this is our last one. So let's take a big deep breath and feed those brains. Here we go. Sticky, 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 bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum. Sticky, 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 bubble gum. Sticking my hands to my friends. Can you find a friend to stick to? Good job. 1, 2, 3, and stick. Yay, good job. All right, well, that is the end of story time. This has been so much fun. I hope you have enjoyed, and until we see each other again, bye.